There we go.
Let's share this biatch. We can't share it just yet, can we?
You sound like Mr. Bubs. You know that dog from the internet?
I think so.
Well, I love you, Mr. Bubs, and the dog's like, bah. Yeah, I got you on camera. Bah. I love that dog so much. Oh, you got your hat already? I'm still waiting on my hat to come in the mail.
Bought it the day after. Academy.
See, I ordered mine.
There is no one at the door, you ding-dongs.
You didn't know that.
I don't actually know that, but, you know. I'm so happy we added Albert to the Discord.
He's pretty cool, huh?
He fits in perfectly.
Nice. Love to see it. Nah, you can tell us all that. I don't want none of that good stuff.
Will you two hush? Please. For the love of God. Don't nobody will need to hear all that shit, bruh. Also, if you don't refer to your dog as bro, then...
I refer to my dog as everything at one point or another.
I need to hear the name evolutions of your dog. Like, what's your dog's name, and like, what do you call your dog?
Well, Binks has always been Binks, but he's been Binksy Boy. He's been Bodacious Binks.
I need the furthest away from his real name.
His full Bodacious. That we were like, his first name is actually Bodacious. He goes by Binks though. Yeah, that's his middle name. You see.
Bodacious sounds like a rodeo bull.
It is a rodeo bull. That's exactly what it is. Bodacious is like the most famous. Bodacious is like the Tiger Woods of bulls. Rodeo bulls, yeah. He's vicious. Bodacious was like, we're talking about Bodacious, the bucking bull. He was ridiculous. That thing was a machine.
Was he the bull that killed Lane Frost?
Was he the bull that killed Lane Frost? Well, he was. I know a little bit. Dad taught me some stuff. That was that bull though, Spencer.
That was that bull.
That was that bull.
Rest in peace.
R.I.P. No, that bull killed a man.
Rest in peace, Kevin Conroy.
Rest in peace, Kevin Conroy.
I need a video of Mark Hamill doing his Joker voice, being like rest easy, bats.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool, wouldn't it?
I need that shit in my life. Brian, where are you at, my friend? You are usually very quick.
Usually your only viewer.
But he's usually here by now. Like,
that man might have stuff going.
I mean, he's always at work when we're doing this.
Yeah.
He works overnights, and we always stream at like 8 o'clock. So.
Maybe he's at home with an illness. Perhaps he has the measles. Is that a thing people still get? The measles?
Is the measles?
All right.
Tell Callie I said hello.
The Spencer says hello. She says hello. All right, here we go. 4, 3, 2, 1, baby.
That fast, huh?
Mm-hmm. It is a beautiful day on the Hashbrowns and Hashmarks podcast. A continual soiree. My name is Spencer. This is my co-host Daryl. We are here today to celebrate the life and tragic end of the Philadelphia Phillies in Houston, Texas. It is a good day to be alive.
We had to sacrifice the Texans to the Eagles so the Astros would win the World Series. World Series champions, by the way.
That's right.
Also, I had a really fucking good day Saturday because LSU beat Alabama and the Astros won the World Series.
I mean, it really, truly just all went well for you, didn't it?
It really did, bro.
It helped out.
Yeah, I am incredibly tired right now.
I am too. It's been a long week.
We had inventory at work today, and I worked from 6 o'clock in the morning until like 7 o'clock in the evening. So, yeah.
Yeah, I bet you're a little bit toasted.
And I will admit, it's one of the hardest days of work I've had at my current job, like physically. Like, because my job is not the most difficult job in the world. It's a fun job. I enjoy my job. Brandy, how are you? Brandy literally just had a baby yesterday.
That means she needs something to do. She's just chilling.
Watching our show.
She at home resting.
Brandy, congratulations on the baby.
And also, Brian, hell yeah. Huck the Fuskies. Listen, man. Oregon's right there. Oregon is right there. They need a couple teams. They need TCU to lose this weekend. They need a couple things to
losing this weekend, bro.
I think they are. We'll talk about it, but
it's not gonna happen.
TCU has had too many games that they have been behind. We'll talk about it. Whatever. But honestly, what the hell do we know? Because last week our results were abysmal. We had a horrible weekend.
But I told you LSU was going to beat Alabama, and they fucking did it.
You absolutely did, and I got to give you credit for that.
The absolute balls of Brian Kelly to go for 2 and to win in his first game against Nick Saban and get that shit. Oh,
I know.
I love it.
Incredible stuff. I agree with the decision, by the way. I mean, we always go back and forth about it's the damned if you do, damned if you don't thing, right? We're going for 2, but
my heart dropped.
When you are the underdog like that, go for 2. You know, like if you, especially considering whenever you're playing against an elite team like that, you don't want to give them a short field at any point. This is not a game. This is not a situation you want to get in a tennis match with them. I stand by what I said about Clemson and whoever was was North Carolina a couple of years ago. Clemson and them went right before overtime. They won for 2, and you were like, they shouldn't have done that. I always say go for it, but
it highly depends on the situation.
It does. Hang on, there it is.
Speaking of Clemson and plays, the play that LSU ran against Alabama to win is the same play that Clemson ran in the national championship when Deshaun threw that pass to Hunter Renfrow.
It's a very, very strong concept. I mean, it just works in a lot of ways.
Oh, I'm closing the gap. I'm only 1 point behind. We both went 2 and 5. Good God.
Yeah, it was a terrible week. It was a horrible week. There was a lot of upsets. I mean, Tennessee lost, which honestly we probably should have seen coming. K-State did lose to Texas, further cementing that Texas might actually kind of know what they're doing. Florida State somehow was the right team. Oklahoma State, if I remember correctly, didn't score a single point this past weekend. No, that was against K-State. No. This past weekend they did score, but they lost to Kansas. We should have doubted Kansas.
Never doubt Kansas again.
Alabama
also,
and
I figured out why Oklahoma State is losing so big. Spencer Sanders is injured.
That might be it.
Their backup's been playing.
Yeah, that has to be it.
That's why they got smoked by Kansas State. They got smoked by Kansas, too.
They did. But it's good for Kansas, And then, of course, Clemson.
Kansas bowl eligible. Talk to your kids about bowl eligible Kansas.
Dude. And then also Clemson did lose. Who did they play again last week? It's all a blur to me.
Notre Dame.
Will they, won't they
college football team in the history.
By the way, speaking of Notre Dame being being a team that has beat Clemson this year and a team that's almost beat Ohio State this year. Yes, they lost the game to Marshall and they had some hiccups. But I just want to point something out to you, Spencer. This Notre Dame team is the one team that has beat North Carolina this year, and North Carolina has a Heisman frontrunner in Drake May. This is a team.
North Carolina hasn't lost.
They did lose. They lost to Notre Dame, but that's their only loss.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Notre Dame beat them, and they haven't lost since.
Exactly. So,
App State should have beat them week 1, but
App State got their big win this year. Let's just go ahead and be clear about that. But that happened. North Carolina, man, the Tar Heels. Same situation as Oregon. On the outside looking in, the one loss is really hurting them. But when we really contextualize that loss, I don't know, man.
Very early in the season too.
It was early. Drake May is playing incredibly.
They got to beat Clemson. They got to beat Wake Forest. They got to beat NC State.
31 touchdowns.
They might even have to play. You have to win those games and win the ACC.
Yeah.
And then you're golden.
Well, let me tell you something. In North Carolina, watch out for them. And then, of course, Tennessee did lay an egg against Georgia, but Georgia's just, again, cementing the fact that they have a bomb-ass defense. But that did hurt. It was a real shame. We both thought Tennessee was going to do it, but Vegas knew what they were talking about. They were 12-point favorite. 12-point underdogs was Tennessee, so it is what it is. But, yeah, 2-5. Terrible weeks for both of us. Overall, we're pretty damn even, though.
I had a great Saturday, though.
You did have a great Saturday. I got to 50 wins on the year. You're at 49. And then because you did pick LSU, who was a 2-point underdog, it canceled out your 2-point loss from Tennessee being a 2-position underdog. So it really, really hurt my score because I lost 5. You only lost 3. So here we are. We're very close. It is neck and neck. We got a good one going down the stretch between the two of us.
If I picked Georgia over Tennessee, I'd be in the lead right now.
You would, absolutely. But it is what it is.
No, we'd be tied. I'd have 1 point. I would have got 1 more point.
Yeah, exactly. So
it'd be neck and neck.
But yeah, man.
Also, I would like to officially announce that it's cold outside, so the Grandpa 11s have come out the closet.
Hell yeah.
They have a rubber sole on them too, so you can wear them to the store. But they're like, I got these for like $6 at Walmart, and they're like fuzzy on the inside.
Oh yeah.
They're the keep your feet warm Grandpa 11s.
The Grandpa 11s are a classic shoe. I'm currently they're in the other room, but I'm rocking the some cowboy slippers myself. Very, very cozy.
Brian Callahan's we have Brian Kelly in the chat. Yeah. Brian Kelly now only orders double shots at bars.
You read his government name. You read like his full name.
Is there a joke that I'm too tired to understand?
Yeah, man. You need to understand. I didn't watch a lick of college football last weekend because I watched
LSU because I was watching the World Series.
Yeah, I watched the World Series and I worked.
But now that the baseball playoffs are done, we can go back to watching.
Mm-hmm. Going for 2. Got it. Should have picked that up. Yeah. Should have picked that up. Really tired.
I've been counting and doing math all day, and that just didn't.
It didn't register. And I just have aardvark brain. I don't know what to tell you. Well, my man, let's make some games, I suppose.
Already?
Or unless you got something else to talk about.
Boy, do I have.
Oh, tell me.
A story to tell you.
All right.
So we are all familiar with high school recruiting powerhouse, the IMG Academy.
Ooh, yeah. Tell me more about this. I know where this is going, but tell me.
Are we not?
Uh-huh.
Last season, the IMG Academy got embroiled in a bit of a controversy because they played a game against Bishop Sycamore High School.
Uh-huh.
Which turns out was not a real high school. And somehow they got ESPN to televise the game. Last weekend or 2 weekends ago,
right,
IMG Academy played a football game against Toronto Prep High School.
Toronto Prep, baby.
The game was called at halftime because it was 96-0.
Do you know what happened?
Turns out, Toronto Prep is also not a real school.
No, really? I didn't know this, so all I knew is that it was that Toronto Prep could not get out of the red, like they couldn't get off their own 5-yard line. Like they just, every time they tried to punt it, anytime they did anything, just immediately fumble, ball picked up in the end zone, touchdown, safety, whatever it was.
I'm not bullshitting you.
Really?
Toronto Prep is like a Bishop Sycamore situation. I'm not even kidding.
This is a common thing then.
Which also makes me look at IMG Academy because you have to know. You mean to tell me you didn't do a lick of research on either Bishop Sycamore or Toronto Prep?
I mean, right.
IMG, y'all starting to ruin y'all's reputation a little. You have to know.
They're just lining people up.
Or,
yeah.
tinfoil hat, here we go.
These boys can't tackle.
The IMG Academy is doing this on purpose because they paid the people they made the teams.
They're paying jobbers.
But apparently Toronto Prep pulled. There's a league in Toronto, Canada. Toronto Prep pulled players who are out of high school, but there's a league in Canada that you can go to if you don't go to college. It's like a farm team league basically, and
Well, hang on. Here's their website.
You don't go to college, but you can. But it's like from like 17 to like 24. You can play football after high school if you don't go to college or want to go pro. And that's where they got all these dudes from. So all these guys are not of high school age. And
I mean, you could literally go to their website and you can just apply, right? Snapshot Toronto Prep. What is this?
West Toronto Prep is not a real high school.
Western Toronto Prep is a very competitive high school student-athlete athletics program based in the Greater Toronto Area, focused on student-athlete development and success in the classroom. It says high school on their website, but I mean, this is like...
I don't believe it.
River Forth. Yeah, I mean, the end of their year, their last game was literally against IMG. Upcoming events. They don't have anything else on their schedule after IMG. That's so weird.
IMG made that website, bro.
I mean, it's starting to feel that way.
IMG built that website, bro.
This feels very
IMG,
thrown together.
Y'all don't have to do this. IMG, y'all get the best y'all get like the best high school players, and you send them to college, and then you send them to the league. You don't have to do this. Like, you're literally going to play the number 1 and number 2 high school teams in the country later this season if you haven't already. Like, because the high school playoffs have started. Our high school
website
playoff game tonight.
Yeah, this website was made in an afternoon. Wow. All right. Well, thank you for sharing that with me. Now I know.
Yeah. Also, I need to tell you about another crazy score of a game. UIW, University of Incarnate Word, played a game like 2 weeks ago that was 70-0 at halftime.
Jeez. That's an absolute steamroller.
It is. Because their quarterback is really good. UIW, Catholic University, FCS team not terribly far from me in San Antonio. I actually considered going to UIW when I was in high school.
Did you really?
Yeah, because I was Catholic back then.
Spencer, I have terrible news for you.
What up?
Last weekend, Delta State lost their first game.
Damn.
52-42 against the West Georgia Wolves, who were 7-2.
That's their rival.
That's their rival. And they lost at home, probably the homecoming game. That one stinks.
We gotta make it to a Delta State.
We do. That one does hurt a little bit.
Look up where is Cleveland, Mississippi on the map? I'm very curious.
No, let's find out. Cleveland.
I'm going to guess that it's in the eastern half of Mississippi, and it's probably down south, because if they're Delta State, like the Mississippi Delta, makes me think that no, they're in the eastern half of Mississippi. Excuse me.
All right, here we go. So this...
The eastern half of Mississippi. No, the western half of Mississippi. I'm sorry.
This is Cleveland right here. And it is very much west. Very much, very, very northwest Mississippi. It's where if I can get a damn pin here. It's like right here. There it is. It's right about where the pin is, right here. And here's Mississippi. It is very northwest. It's almost Arkansas, actually.
Oh, it's almost to Arkansas.
Yeah, it's almost Arkansas. But it's there. It's there, baby. It exists. Well, I mean, it is. It's probably like 30 minutes from the border, honestly. Look at that. They have a restaurant called the Grease Monkey. Oh, that sounds good. That's an oil change, just kidding. I thought it was a restaurant. All right. Cool. So there's our little road trip for the night. But yeah, there you go. I heard the Shujin Academy volleyball team is really good. Brian, are you making an anime reference? This feels like an. Hang on, is this haiku? Is that what you're selling me right now? Academy.
A little bit concerning.
What, what's up? You get a notification?
When you get a notification that says a new device is connected to your Wi-Fi and you're not familiar with.
This is Persona. This is Persona. I was just realizing. Very funny. Very funny, Brian.
I can play it now. I have a PlayStation.
You can. You should play Persona. You might like Persona. Persona's pretty good. It's the game Brian is
But also
referencing.
after...
I thought that was Haiku. When you said that, I was like, wait, isn't that sports anime, Haiku? Anyways, continue, Spencer.
After I get done playing Assassin's Creed Odyssey, I'm definitely playing Arkham Knight now. Rest in peace, Kevin Conroy.
You gotta play some Pokemon with us next week too.
Yes, sir.
gonna be
Pokemon
fun.
Violet.
Ooh.
My first foray into Pokemon seriously ever.
You're gonna
Unless
have
you count Pokemon Go.
You're gonna have a lot of fun. You're gonna have a lot of fun. It's gonna be great. I got Scarlet. I'm gonna go Scarlet.
What in the balls is Oh, I know what's happening.
Yeah, you have a crisis over there, man. You got new devices.
Well, I changed my Wi-Fi name.
To what?
So when you, well, it used to be, when I got here, when I first set up my Wi-Fi network, it was pretty fly for a Wi-Fi.
Oh, that's pretty good.
And then somebody in my building changed their name to Too Fly for a Wi-Fi, which I thought was hilarious. And then we had to get a new router. No, not the one that has the cable in the internet, just the part that gives you the signal for the Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
Ours was bad, so we had to have it replaced because it kept like crapping out on us all the time. And so when we got that one, I changed it to Why Believe I Can Fi. And then I was like, I want something new.
Yeah.
And then I just changed it the other day to Drop It Like It's Hotspot.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I think the best one I've ever heard is Router. I hardly know her. that one gets me every time.
I thought about doing Wu-Tang Land.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah.
Or Hide Your Kids, Hide Your Wi-Fi. What's another one? Bill Clinternet.
Bill Clinton. Wow.
Abraham Linksys.
That's really good. That's actually brilliant. See, now I want to come up with my own.
I'm giving Daryl ideas.
Yeah, seriously, I gotta like change mine. I'm pretty sure mine's is like.
Or just do the classic and have it be FBI surveillance van.
Yeah. You got Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu. I'm on Eevee doing a full shiny dex and stuck on getting shiny Oddish. It's a Pikachu exclusive. Interesting. No, I don't have Let's Go personally, Ryan. But actually I skipped quite a few of them. I think I skipped that one. I skipped. What was the new Diamond and Pearl one I skipped? The remake of those. I did Sword and Shield. I'm kind of just playing like the very main line ones. But yeah, I was not interested in doing Let's Go. But props for doing the shiny dex thing because that's really tough to pull off. That's really tough to pull off.
I was reconnecting my iPad to my Wi-Fi. I had to forget the network because it's like my shit is like glitching out on me over here.
Yeah.
There we go. It's back.
Hey man.
Anyway.
You wanna pick some games like we do on this show?
Sure, bro. Because we're just kind of chilling this week.
Yeah, it's just I just figured we knock them out. We can keep talking afterwards.
My crazy ass is considering going to game day in the morning. It's back in Austin. Although
Hey,
it's gonna be like
if you want to do it, you be
colder
mine.
than a well digger's butt outside.
I'm hard skipping. I'm not even gonna get up for game day in the morning. Actually, I take it back. I'll get up, but I'm not gonna get up
I
for
haven't been
it.
watching game day like I used to, bro. Like I'll get up and I'll catch the last hour.
I've
last
fallen off
Saturday
the
I did
season.
not.
Yeah.
I woke up in time to watch the whole show, and then I went back to sleep and woke up, and it was like 11:30.
We're terrible hosts. We have not been following college football very closely in the past few weeks.
It's been baseball playoffs.
It's been baseball playoffs, and yeah. But yeah, man. And also A&M has been extremely down this year, and it just kind of it is.
A&M being bad really takes the wind out of your sail.
It does. Yeah, I don't care.
It really does.
I just stop caring. It steals my hope.
Cowboys are good right now.
It poisons my soul. The Cowboys are good, knock on wood. Brian says Ragnarok slaps. Good. I'm waiting for Christmas because I'm getting Santa Claus might be bringing me a PS5, so I'm gonna wait for Ragnarok because I just finished the first one. So
I gotta play the first one, and then
Yeah.
I'm gonna get Ragnarok.
yeah.
Also, I really love one of the most hilarious things in the world to me is when they showed Thor from Ragnarok, and he was like redheaded and fat. And they were like, what is this? That's not what Thor... Yes. If you've ever read a lick of Norse mythology, you know exactly... That's exactly what Thor looks like.
Boy.
Also, I'm tired of people thinking that fat means not strong. Because you've ever seen like a strongman competition? That's what they all look like. They all have a belly.
I mean, we've all seen the video of the Russian guy whose name escapes me right now, but like his like wife died like 6 months prior to the Olympics, and then he like does the press and sets the world record. He drops it and he's all excited and he's like in tears and like he's a big boy. Like he's a big motherfucker. And
like, look at any real power lifter.
People aren't action figures.
All have a stomach.
Yeah, people are not action figures. A lot of times you just gotta, you gotta have the keg too.
Like, I have a belly, like, it's not as big as Thor's is, obviously, but I also don't have muscle behind mine.
Right.
But it's like...
You also don't got the electric fingers.
That'd be great. I got the COVID vaccine, and I'm waiting on my superpowers to kick in, and I haven't done it yet.
Go grab a light bulb real quick and just be like, can I make this light?
Speaking, I saw this guy.
Oh, that's badass, Brian.
I saw this guy completely shut down the conspiracy theories about like them putting a tracker in the vaccine. He was like, "You mean to tell me that there exists a device small enough to fit through the head of a needle that has GPS and 5G in it, is invisible in clear liquid, and has a battery that lasts your entire life. It can exist anywhere within your body.
You can debunk that immediately.
We've made thousands of years of leaps in battery technology, and you think the guy who invented it was Bill Gates, who also came up with Windows 98? You think that was the guy who did that?
This your man?
You think he's... What's that?
I said, is this your man? You're talking about Bill Gates. Is this your man? Is this your guy? Is this the one that did the Listen, I can debunk that immediately. That doesn't need to happen. The government would have no reason to do that because they already got us. They literally have us right already. There's your tracker.
The same guy did another video, and he was like, oh, Facebook is listening to us. He was like, Facebook has been terrible since the day it started. But the one thing people are mad about them doing is the thing they're not actually doing. You mean to tell me your cell phone, 24 hours a day, can differentiate your voice from the TV and from your pocket, and can hear clearly what you're saying?
Hey, there's actually facts behind that. Not facts, not Facebook, but yeah, it can hear you, and it will basically just customize ads around it. Like if it hears a commercial, this is the thing that's something on terms and conditions. Whenever you sign up for like Apple or whatever, if it hears a TV doing a commercial, it'll be like, oh, they heard that commercial. Let's reinforce that, and it'll find that and push to you. Which who cares?
Being advertised to doesn't.
Yeah, fuck it. Advertise to me. Exactly.
And also, people are like, oh, the government's, they don't need to. You have a social security number, dumbass. Do you pay taxes? Have you ever bought a car or a cell phone or paid a mortgage or rented an apartment?
Dude, you exist.
They know where your address is on your driver's license. They know where you're at, bro.
You exist, man.
You're on the grid. They got you,
Listen, man, there's a difference between existing and fucking mattering. There's over 6 billion people on Earth.
I guarantee
they're not worried about you.
You're like paying your taxes and not killing people. The government doesn't give squirts of piss about what you're doing. They really don't.
Exactly, man.
Anyway, let's talk some college football.
Yeah, seriously. Unless you're like Yoshi, who evades his taxes and has to pay. Game one, baby. We got TCU, the Horned Frogs. Number 4. The boys have done it. They have gotten the top 4. They go to Austin. They play Texas. They play the Longhorns. And listen, man, they got 3 tough games on the stretch. They got Texas, they got Baylor, and they got Iowa State. By no means is this a walk-in. By no means is this a layup. They have to win. They have to continually prove themselves week after week. They're in. If they win these next 3 games, I think they're in, right? But is this the week they get choked up and get beat? What do you think?
I fooled you, Daryl.
You fooled me?
I lied to you before.
I thought you would.
Texas is winning this game, and let me tell you why.
I agree.
Because the entire universe wanted TCU in the top 4.
Yep.
Right?
And now that it's happened,
top 4 last week. Now that it's happened, this is very much A&M ranked in the first college football rankings and then losing to Mississippi. That's what's going to happen.
You took the words right out of my mouth.
Except Texas is not 2-5 like Mississippi State was, and they're a much better team than Mississippi State was that year.
Yes.
So I will be cheering for TCU in this game, but Texas.
Yeah, and Texas is done
as a fellow purple.
Yeah, of course. I mean, I would love to see TCU go all the way, and I always love to see Texas lose. So like, yeah, I'd be just fine with it. But yeah, no,
it's gonna be close. This game's gonna be tight.
It'll be in Austin. Texas has gotten better and better as the year goes on. They are improving. TCU has won a couple of games by the hair of their chinny chin chin from a comeback. I think they're due for a loss. I think this is when it happens. Give me the Longhorns as well. The Tigers. Go ahead.
I have opinions about another team that we're going to probably talk about here in a few minutes.
All right, cool. We'll remember them. The Tigers coming off of a hot win against the Crimson Tide of LSU. I said that wrong. The Tigers of LSU coming off the win against the Crimson Tide, going to visit the Razorbacks of Arkansas, who really, really fucking skid this year.
They lost to Liberty.
They lost to Liberty. That's
not a slight to Liberty because Liberty's actually really good.
Liberty's a good football team, but you overlook, things happen. They are.
Sidebar. Game day. I'm glad I get a chance to possibly go to another game day, go to twice in a season. That's amazing.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I'm probably going to go just because. But y'all picked the wrong damn location. Y'all should be in New Orleans for Tulane and UCF tomorrow.
I agree.
Y'all really should.
I agree.
But
that'd be a lot more fun. But it is what it is. I can't believe we went to Austin twice this year. That really feels like some
crazy.
That feels like a little bit of like a little, I don't know, like a hey, we're going to the SEC soon. We just got Arch Manning. Hey, we got Quentin Ewers. Hey, listen, come to Austin. Come here. Shh. That's what that feels like to me. To come to Austin twice like that. But it is what it is.
Think about how close Texas is to like this being like a 1, 2, or 3 versus 4 matchup. Like one or two more plays goes right against Alabama.
They win. They win against Alabama.
They beat Tech.
Yep.
Who else beat them?
Oklahoma State. Which they should have lost that game.
They might still lose that game.
Wow.
But they'd probably be in the top 10.
Yeah. But nonetheless, they're better than their record, I think. Their record shows. But anyways, LSU.
I know we kind of dog on Texas sometimes.
Well, but we have to be honest.
I want them to keep being good because I want game day to keep coming to Austin.
Oh, I know you do. I know you do. But it is what it is. But yeah, LSU going to visit Arkansas. Arkansas did skid pretty big. Liberty, it's poor Sam Pittman. I mean, we were so high on him early in the year, and to see him kind of fall like this is
he's a great coach.
Yeah, I think so too. But I think it's one of those things where he hasn't had a ton of time to bring in some of the recruits he might have wanted or might want. But yeah, look out for the Razorbacks. I think they're going to be fine in years to come. But it does kind of hurt to see them skid like this. But yeah, Vegas does give LSU the edge by only a field goal and a half. What the hell are you doing? LeVar Burton over there looking like what's his face with Star Trek, got the thing across your eyes. But he got in this one, man. It is going to be in Fayetteville, but of course that doesn't mean much because they lost to Liberty in Fayetteville last week. LSU obviously looked great this weekend, but yeah, do you see the Tigers just completely shitting the bed after a big emotional win, or do you think they cruised in LSU to SEC West supremacy?
The Golden Boot's coming back home.
Okay.
I'll tell you that.
Okay.
The Golden Boot's coming back to its rightful home in Baton Rouge, Louisiana.
All right.
LSU by 20.
Okay.
I don't think this game's close. Not particularly.
I'm with you. I think it might be close, but I do like LSU in this one.
No disrespect to Arkansas.
Yeah.
Probably they're up there. It's probably like my 3rd favorite SEC team.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we gonna walk a mud hole in them and stomp it dry.
Another matchup in the 2022 SEC West, or as I like to call it, the new SEC East, because nobody wants to win this damn thing. Matter of fact, I almost want to change my pick to Arkansas just to fuck with LSU because I just feel like it just feels like that kind of a stupid year in that division. But the Crimson Tide going to visit the Ole Miss Rebels. It is going to be in Oxford. They only have the one loss. Does Ole Miss too? And it was a weird loss too, wasn't it?
They lost to LSU.
Yeah.
LSU beat them.
So Ole Miss trying to stay alive here. still relevant at 8-1, especially considering they can still win the West, right? I mean,
if Alabama beats LSU game days in Oxford this week, guaranteed.
Oh God, yeah, absolutely. But yeah, man, Crimson Tide going to visit the Rebels. Ole Miss has kind of struggled defensively this year. They're having to have a lot of high-scoring games to win. Alabama just has been great, but not excellent. Some teams are good, not great.
Alabama is soft this year.
Right, they're beatable.
I don't say that about Alabama. Compared to other Alabama is soft, bro. Like, what was that Enzo Amore thing? He was like SAWFT soft. Anyway, yeah, this is probably gonna be a good game because here recently every time Ole Miss and Alabama get together, it's fantastic. Alabama coming off a loss. This will be the first time since 2011 that Alabama has played a regular season game in which they do not have a chance to play for the national championship.
I love it.
That's crazy. Like,
it's more interesting.
I love it too.
Yeah,
it's way more interesting. I want you to look at the rest of Alabama's schedule. Giving the tough game that they have against Ole Miss and giving past history against Auburn in the Iron Bowl, there is a realistic chance that Alabama only wins one more game.
Whoa! Are you overlooking Austin Peay? Are you?
Don't sleep.
You don't think they can pull it out? This is 11 a.m. kickoff.
I don't. Austin Peay's real bad. Anyway, there's a realistic chance that Alabama only wins one more game this year against a bad FCS team.
Yeah.
Because I don't know where the Iron Bowl is, but if it's in Jordan-Hare, Alabama, you're in trouble because there's magic in that fucking place.
There is. There is.
Also, shout out Cadillac Williams. Brian Harrison at Auburn got fired, and Cadillac Williams, who was a former Auburn player, is their interim head coach. He is the first black head coach in Auburn history.
Hell yeah. Love to see that. They're going to beat A&M now.
Anyway.
Didn't take much.
Yeah. I said last week Alabama's lost 2 games in a row. That doesn't happen. I said last week, Alabama coming off a loss, they turned it back as Alabama. Like, they get hit in the mouth one time, and they come back firing. And then we beat them.
Yeah.
So I was like, I don't know.
This feels like a trap game a little bit. Like this feels like
it feels like a trap game for both teams.
Right,
like,
right. I agree.
Like, this is almost like flip a coin because I think both of these teams are very good.
Yeah.
And people have been Tennessee put 52 on Alabama, and LSU put 32 on Alabama. This Alabama defense isn't playing defense, and Ole Miss is going to score points.
There's going to be. Do you remember
Judkins?
Do you remember the 2020?
Run all over these boys.
Do you remember the 2020 Alabama Ole Miss game where it was just like
yes,
it was
did.
like 56 to 50?
Play of it.
I think we're going to get a replay of that. To be quite honest with you, shenanigans will happen here. I'm torn.
I'm torn too. I don't pick against Alabama often, except when it's LSU. I don't pick against them often, but I'm picking against them right now. I'm gonna go with Ole Miss.
All right.
It's in Oxford. Alabama they're kind of demoralized. Like they're not playing the way Alabama used to Alabama playing.
Yeah.
I think Quinshon Judkins is going to have an amazing game because he wanted to go to Alabama, but they would not recruit him. And now he's a true freshman running back in the SEC, lighting up defenses all over the place. I think he's going to have a big game. This offense at Ole Miss. Yeah, give me the Rebels.
Cool. I'm with it, man. I'm going to go Alabama. I do think that there is a strong chance Ole Miss wins, but I don't want to risk the points because Alabama is a 12-point favorite, so I don't want to risk the points. But I will tell you this, man. Ole Miss has a very real chance. And Alabama, it's not just the games they've lost. I mean, they should probably have lost to A&M earlier in the year. They should have lost to Texas.
We would realistically be talking about a 4-loss Alabama, right?
I mean, it doesn't make sense, right?
4 Alabama is nuts to me.
It is nuts. So this is yeah. I mean, if there was a year that Ole Miss could do it, it's certainly going to be this one. So
this feels a lot like last week when I was like, Alabama probably should win this game, but I was like, LSU.
Yeah.
Ole Miss has a real chance. I'm more confident about picking Ole Miss this week than
Yeah.
I was just being a homer last week. Like I thought we had a shot,
Right.
but I was just kind of being a homer. I think Ole Miss has a better chance.
No, Ole Miss does have a very strong chance. Yeah, absolutely. So, yeah, the Rebels could win that one, to be honest with you, man. But yeah, let's do probably a quick one for us. I doubt this will be very complicated, or maybe it won't. Maybe it will be complicated. I don't know. It depends on how you feel about it. Clemson at home against Louisville. They're hosting the Cardinals. Vegas says that they are a touchdown favorite. But also, they just come off that loss last week to Notre Dame, and it was a pretty ugly loss, too. They had nothing going on offense. Uiagalelei was off of his game. There's talk about, do we need to switch quarterbacks for the Clemson Tigers?
They did, and Klubnik played bad, too.
Mm-hmm.
They had to put DJ back in the game.
So, yeah,
Louisville's been beating people. Louisville beat the dog out of Wake Forest.
Exactly. And so you look at this game, and you kind of go, oh, man, And James Madison, by the way, not a pushover. Yeah, same. I agree.
Everything in my soul wants to say Louisville. Clemson will probably win. So I'm gonna pick Clemson. I already made one big risky pick. Yeah, give me Clemson.
All right.
But I'm not risking I'm not risking another.
No, it's just a regular one pointer.
When I get 2 points, it's regular.
Yeah, it's regular.
I don't want to risk any more points because I already picked a double digit.
Yeah, I'm gonna take Clemson as well in this one. It will be close. Louisville will be scrappy, but I think honestly the difference is going to be the run game. I think Will Shipley's been fantastic.
I've never really forgiven Clemson for beating Louisville that time when it was versus Deshaun Watson.
Yeah.
You know what's nuts?
Hit me.
Oh, we already talked about that guy anyway. The guy we talked about from NIU that's been playing college football for 8 years.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. Here's one for you, my man. This is potentially. Well, I don't know. This may not be tempting enough to actually take. The Terrapins, Maryland, going to visit Penn State. Penn State is 7-2. They've lost to Ohio State. They've lost to Michigan. But outside of that, they've been good, baby. They're sitting at their number 3 spot like they kind of always are in the Big Ten, behind Michigan and Ohio State. But this is a scrappy Maryland team that has put away the likes of Northwestern.
That's not saying much.
And a couple other teams.
You know it's real bad when you're only winning with Nebraska.
Yeah. So that being said, who you got in this one? Is this a layup for you? Do you think that we're missing something here? Vegas says
Penn
that. I'm taking Penn State as well.
By a lot.
Yeah.
Penn State is good against everybody not named Ohio State, Michigan, sometimes Michigan State.
And they love a matchup against Auburn.
Also, can we talk about how Ohio State only beat Northwestern by 14 points? It was 21-7.
Listen, man.
That's a little nuts.
We talk about this every year. But Ohio State.
I don't like Ohio State that much. Their fan base is annoying as shit to me.
Yeah, they finna fuck around and lose the big game coming up against Michigan because I think Michigan's a better team.
I think Michigan might win it all this year. I'm not even kidding.
I'm with you, honestly. Here's one that I know you've had circled. The Knights of UCF are going to visit Tulane in New Orleans. It's going to be the Green Wave. It's going to be the Knights. It's going to be a fucking party down in New Orleans. Who you got, man?
I ain't even talking about this. Roll Wave, baby.
Let's go. Listen, man. This is a tough decision, honestly. Both teams have been playing outstanding.
I do like UCF though. I have nothing against UCF. I like John Rice Plumlee.
He's been solid, absolutely.
Yeah. Also, New Orleans is one of my favorite cities on earth. I love New Orleans.
Yeah.
I would never live there. I don't think I would live there. But I love to visit New Orleans. And I've worked in New Orleans a bunch. New Orleans is a fun ass city, and we've been on this Tulane. Hey, go back to the SEC. And I've been to Yulman Stadium.
Tulane could beat some SEC teams this year.
They could.
This is a Tulane team that has beat K-State this year, and kind of other teams. That's
Tulane.
kind of.
I forgot Tulane beat K-State.
Tulane beat K-State, absolutely.
Look at LSU and Tulane looking at each other like, hey, you want to go to
Hell yeah. Hey, talk to me. Let's have a New Year's Six game, my boy. Yeah, man.
Roll wave, baby.
I'm with you. I do.
We got to talk about their. We'll get to it, but we got a thing to talk about.
All right, cool. I'm going to take the Knights this week. I think they came off a big win last week against Memphis. They had the win against Cincinnati. UCN is playing very, very good defense right now. They did have lost to Eastern Kentucky, but that was at Eastern Kentucky. They've struggled on the road. And again, the win they had last week against Memphis was close, but I don't know. Something tells me this is going to be a close game. UCF is going to come out on top. And Vegas says that they are only 1-point dogs, so this is a pretty damn even game. Give me, just for the sake of being different from you, give me UCF, Tulane, and UCF. Boom. All right, Brian, hope you're listening, man. Oregon, big-time rivalry game, of course. They are going to be hosting? Yeah, they're going to be hosting the Huskies, number 25, Washington. And, of course, Oregon sitting at number 6. This is a big-time game for them, you know. You win this game confidently. You kind of, and TCU loses, you could sneak into number 4 here. This could be the week you go ahead and get into the playoff. But, yeah, I like Oregon in this one, honestly. The Huskies have been fine, but they have not been as special as they have been in recent years. Oregon looks the part this year. They're winning confidently. Bo Nix is, I mean, let this sink in. This offense has put up over 40 points in the last 5 games.
41 points.
Yeah, well, 42. Well, hang on, let me see. I was just looking at the
put
most
up
recent.
41 or more points since their loss to Georgia.
Yes. I mean, their offense is outstanding. Now, granted, look at their schedule.
They're not the most touchdowns he has the most offense from scrimmage.
Yes.
He should be on your Heisman list.
He absolutely
Maybe not
should.
number 1, but.
Well, actually, I don't know that he does. I don't know that he does.
Maybe touchdowns. Maybe
I think it's Drake May. So Bo Nix has 22 touchdowns for the year, 5 interceptions. Drake May has 31 and 3 interceptions. Drake May is that man. I think honestly, and I've said it. I said it like week 2. Like he is the guy. But yeah, we're talking about Oregon.
Give me Oregon and North Carolina in the Fiesta Bowl, please.
That'd be fun as hell.
The uniforms in that game would be crazy.
Oh, please, let them both in. Yeah, give me the Ducks in this one. This should be a confident win. I think they win it 45-32.
Brian says it'll be close. Penix will tear up their pass defense. Yeah, if he comes to the big Penix energy, it'll be.
Yeah, he probably will. Honestly, yeah. All right, Ducks for both of us.
Ducks. Yeah.
Well, hey, Brian, by the way, did you hear the rumors that Dan Lanning is already like in the market for another coaching job? Like, why is this the case for Oregon? Why is it a revolving door? I don't understand. I saw that on Reddit.
Coaching's a revolving door,
I guess so, but why Oregon? Like, I don't get it. I don't understand. And look, he's doing a great job. I hope they keep him because I think he's a great fit. I want to see them get their rematch against Georgia.
This reminds me of they remind me against the Oregon of old.
They do. They do. In their last game.
What if it's like, give me like, I'm trying to think about everybody I want in the playoff that's not the typical ones. Give me a 2-loss LSU. Give me Oregon, North Carolina, and Tulane.
Yeah, sneak Tulane in there. My ideal playoff would be, give me North Carolina, Oregon, fuck TCU, I know, fuck them. Give me Georgia, and give me, Clemson just got kind of knocked out.
It's probably going to, if I had to pick, it's probably going to be Georgia. It's probably going to be Georgia, Michigan.
Let's talk about this real quick. Let's have this conversation.
Probably going to be Georgia, Michigan, TCU if they run the table, and it won't be Oregon. It could be Oregon, though, because Clemson just lost, and I think Michigan's probably going to beat Ohio State again.
Do you think, when Michigan and Ohio State play, do you think that loser is knocked out completely of the playoff?
Yeah, because they won't be the Big Ten champion.
Yeah.
Give him one. You're not champion. You're
here's my perfect playoff. Give me Georgia, You know, it'd be really cool, actually. What if Georgia lost to LSU in the SEC championship, and that knocked them out?
Oh, boy, we'd have a lot of shit.
We'd have a lot of fun.
Because I want the playoff committee to look me in my eyes and tell me you're champion in the playoff.
Yeah,
look
right.
me in my eyes and tell me you're not going to fucking do that shit.
Listen, honestly, yeah, you beat Georgia. How do they tell you no? Brian says he refuted it. Lanning said the rumors are false. He's sticking around. Love to see it. Wonderful. Glad you can hear. Glad to hear that. Honestly, I remember all the rumors about Jimbo going to LSU last year. I kind of wish he did at this point. Man.
I'm glad he didn't, to be honest with you.
I'm so dead inside.
Anyway, the last team that won a natty with 2 losses was LSU in 2007. It's like that goofy meme. It's like, I'll fucking do it again.
I think my ideal playoff, if I could script it, Ohio State would lose, get knocked out. Georgia would lose confidently to whoever the SEC champion is, right?
Give me Michigan, LSU, North Carolina, and Oregon. All one.
I agree. Well, but then there's a lot of. Just give us the damn 12-team playoff already. I can't do this. Just give it.
Tulane, if the season ended right now and we had a 12-team playoff, Tulane would be in the playoff.
Tulane would embarrass USC, bro. I would love to see that game.
I keep forgetting about USC, but they've lost.
Yeah, they have lost one game. Yes, Tulane would embarrass USC. That'd be so much fun.
Also, we've completely stopped talking about UCLA. Have they fallen off?
UCLA's still at 1 loss, but it is what it is. But our last game of the week, I don't know why we kind of did it this way.
Oregon's winning the Pac-12. Like, nobody's beating Oregon, bro. It's not going to happen.
Now, the Tar Heels going to visit the Wake Forest Demon Deacons this weekend. That's the stupidest fucking mascot name. North Carolina, Wake Forest this weekend. Vegas says at home Wake Forest is going to win it. But I believe in that man named Drake May. I believe he's turned 31 touchdowns to 3 interceptions this year. That means for every 10 touchdowns, he's throwing a pick. Not every other touchdown, not every in between. This man is secure. He has almost 3,000 passing yards. To me, he is your Heisman front runner. To be perfectly honest with you, this man is phenomenal. I like Drake May. I like the Tar Heels. Give me the Tar Heels by 2 touchdowns in this one.
Even against Wake Forest offense with Sam Hartman lighting them up.
Even with that. Because they have been a little bit meh. They lost.
Shout out Mac Brown.
I told you guys they were going to lose to NC State last week, and Wake Forest did. They got shut down by Louisville, 48-21. I'm telling you, man, Wake Forest, I was big on them against Clemson, but now we've seen Clemson. Maybe it's not what they were. I don't know. Give me the Tar Heels, though.
North Carolina.
North Carolina's the real deal. You taking them, too?
Yeah, give me North Carolina.
Damn, I talked you into it. Let's go. And there's your scores. We have disagreements on the Ole Miss and Bama game, and we have disagreements on the Tulane to UCF game. I kind of just did that one to be interesting. But they've been kind of easy to pick lately, but last weekend we got absolutely torn up. So good luck that we do better this week. But there's your picks, folks.
Yeah. Oh, we didn't talk about this. Casually, probably the best game of the year happened last weekend when SMU beat Houston 77-63.
Jesus.
The highest scoring game in FBS history, just casually on Saturday. At halftime, it was literally 42-28 in the second quarter. That might have been the first quarter, actually. Like, I'm not even sure. At halftime, Houston had 38 points, a shit ton of offense, 5 touchdowns, and had not punted the ball.
U of H practicing.
And you're like, they've got to be winning, right? And then SMU took off on them.
Houston out here practicing for the Big 12, making sure they can really get them reps in. They want to look the part.
SMU, y'all need to join the Big 12 too. Also,
they fit.
I saw rumors that SMU might be going to the Pac-12.
That I'd love. That'd be fun as hell.
Announcement might be coming in January. That would be hell.
That'd be really fun. I'd be so down.
They should go to the Big 12 though, like they really should.
Yeah. Hey man.
West Virginia, y'all need to go to the AC. All of your old Big East rivals are there. Go play in the AC. And then SMU, y'all join the Big 12.
Hey man, you got any uniforms for me?
I do.
Tell me.
Let me see. I didn't have them right off the gun. There were some ones I wanted you to look at. Because I've seen a bunch. Also, if you want to, while we're waiting, you can look up like the real picture of SMU's black uniforms from last week because they look really good on camera. Like their rollout video was not.
Oh yeah. Okay, so they look nice. Yeah. Check this out. Here we go.
They look really good. Their video was very dark, and you could see
It
them.
was.
But once you see them in the light, it looks really
Lovely.
looks really good.
More tools.
You don't have to show it, but Ole Miss is wearing their powder blues tomorrow.
Nice.
Love that. What are the ones I saw? Oh, also,
Nice.
Western Kentucky is wearing the helmets with big red on the side of them this week.
Yeah, we talked about that. Love to see that.
Where was the ones I was going to show you?
You know, Spencer, I've got to be honest with you. Now that I'm looking at this, I don't like it.
You don't like it?
No, I don't. I don't know why, but it just doesn't. It doesn't appeal to me. It does not appeal
They have
to
a
me.
weird font. Like I like their font, but
See, I like these. I like the.
I like the Dallas.
Yeah.
I love those.
SMU Dallas helmet. Yeah, see that. I don't know. I just something about the red, white, and blue.
There was
This
some other
right
ones I was
here,
gonna skip.
when they got the Dallas skyline in the Mustang. That's nice.
There was one I was going to show you, but I can't find it.
Is he gone forever?
No.
Spencer, you baseball season is now over.
Yes, sir.
However, you and I both know one of the most fun things about baseball is when somebody hits a home run, and there's always some sort of commentary that's like, "See you later, this ball is gone," you know, like all that kind of shit. People really the announcers really hype it up. Have you ever heard? There's one announcer. There was a game a couple years ago that took place in Japan, and the commentator is Japanese, but he is speaking English. And a ball is hit over the fence, and they smoked, and it wins the game, right? And he said, "This ball is long gone, just like the ex-girlfriend who will never return." Home run. And I thought I was gonna pass out laughing at that the first time I heard it.
The best one, I mean, I'm a little bit biased.
The Joe Buck when he's like, "Gurriel."
Has tied it.
That was a big one. I love that.
Also, if you haven't watched it, go watch 2017 Game 5 of the World Series between the Astros and the Dodgers in its entirety. One of the best baseball games ever played.
I love it.
But
Took years off my life.
I miss Joe. You know what game took years off of my life? Was game, what was it, 5 of the World Series? Mm-hmm. This past, oh my God. Oh.
Bro, that catch against the fence. Ooh.
Oh my
He hit
God.
that ball. I was like, no. God, why is baseball like that? Like, now that it all matters, suddenly they can hit the ball, and you're like, God damn. Like, it's the worst, man.
And then played Trey Mancini, made it base. Mm-hmm. That play was. Anyway, one of mine, because Joe Buck didn't come to the baseball playoffs this year.
Right.
And it was really funny because the guy who did used to be the Dodgers play-by-play guy, which was just marvelous piece of irony. When Jordan hit that 2-run shot to give us the lead in Game 6, and he was like, "This game is turned upside down."
That was a good call.
Oh my!
That was a
have
good
you
call.
Watched that? Oh my! He hit that thing. You can't hit a ball to straightaway center.
Yeah.
Any more straightaway center than Jordan Alvarez hit that fucking ball.
It was
You can't do
unbelievable.
it. And there was
Cleared the hedge
they
and
showed
everything.
a picture of the guy who caught the ball, and the view of you literally can't hit it
I mean,
any straighter.
that ball was absolutely cremated.
Yes, he melted that fucking
He
baseball.
that guy probably caught the ball, looked at it in the glove, and it just turned to ash. I mean, like, he eviscerated the ball. It was a beautiful.
Also, even though I was still, because I've watched, the Astros just won the World Series again, obviously, but twice in a row, not twice in a row, but we watched them lose 2 World Series, in 3 years, which sucked a lot. We were this damn close to beating the Nationals. We should have beaten the Nationals. We really should. I'm still mad at AJ Hinch. Anyway, that's 3 years ago. Anyway, when he came up, and I was like, oh shit, here we go. And then they switched the pitcher, and I was like, oh shit, here we go. Because that's what they did when he hit the walk-off against the Mariners. And I was like, oh yeah. You're not, he just stands there like this. And in my head, I'm like, yeah, you're about to get, he's going yard on this one.
That's a big damn boy. I mean, he is a massive man.
He really is. Also, speaking baseball related, but also college related. Have you ever seen that interview of the guy he was a pitcher at LSU?
Is that when they're in the background with the cups?
No.
Okay.
He hit a home run, and he did an interview after the game, and he was like,
yeah, I know you're talking about.
He was like, what were you thinking on that at bat? He was like, go y'all.
Yeah.
He was like, I'm a pitcher. I have nothing to lose. And she was like, and then what happened? He went up to bat, and that was when I think it was Paul Maneri was still the baseball coach at LSU. He lied to Paul Maneri and said he took at bats in high school. He didn't.
Yeah.
His coach would let him because he was a pitcher. Like, pitchers are hit.
Right.
And so, but he hit a dinger. So
Yeah. I love that. Hey man, sometimes you gotta do what's necessary,
Yeah.
Like, I want it. Give me the ball, coach.
Yeah. I'm super behind on their videos. I need to watch up. But
Say that again?
MLW Wiffle Ball.
Yeah.
The Wiffle Ball League I watch. They're playing their World Series right now. Game 1 just got uploaded today. They're playing it in SoFi Stadium.
Really? Man, they've got some big draws then, man. That's awesome.
Yeah,
they've come a long way.
It's awesome.
Gotta love that.
Like, I'm super behind on their videos. Like, I'm kind of spoiled and everything. I know who's in the World Series, but I haven't watched how they got there.
Right.
So I need to watch more of their season.
I need to watch the back of my eyelids later.
Yeah, it's the Coastal Cobras versus Downtown Diamondbacks.
Let's go.
I think it's the Diamondbacks.
I like that they do that.
Yeah. All of their teams have alliteration. It's the Midwest Mallards, the Eastern Eagles, the Coastal Cobras, the Metro Magic, the Western Wildcats. Like, all their teams are alliterated, and it's beautiful. And just to think this whole thing was started by a group of 10-year-olds in their front yard, and now they're playing in SoFi Stadium.
Yeah. Isn't that amazing? Also, Brian, what are you talking about? That's Chargers and in Atlanta. When is that happening? Is that next weekend? Has it already happened?
No. Because Atlanta just played last night against...
Yeah, they played against the Panthers. When is this game, Brian? I mean, that sounds awesome. I didn't even realize that, but you're absolutely right. That is a thing. Happened? That was already happened.
Probably next Sunday.
It's already
Also,
happened.
speaking of Sunday, Cowboys bye week, playing the Packers, and the Packers are trash this year.
That's right. It was last weekend, wasn't it? I see now.
But...
yeah, I bet that was a fun experience, Brian.
But, Aaron Rodgers has broken my heart one too many times for me to have any confidence about this game on Sunday. Yeah, we beat them in 2016, but
He said he was talking about their 5-game losing streak on the Pat McAfee show not long ago, and he was just talking about how it's not one massive thing; it's just a bunch of little things. Like, they've kind of been there in every single game.
Get off the weed, Aaron.
Yeah, he's taking that. What is that stuff?
And the mushrooms.
What's that stuff called? It's like
ayahuasca.
Ayahuasca. Yeah, he's been on that. Listen, man, it is what it is. He can do all he wants. He can hang out with Joe Rogan. Like, that's all fine. But the point what he said was interesting. He said that it's just like, it's no one big thing. It's like a bunch of little things. They're kind of all adding up. But I mean, say what you will about that, but that is the case for a lot of teams. Like, football is such a game of inches in a lot of ways that, like, in an alternate universe, there are teams out there with 2 losses or 3 losses that could be undefeated if, like, 1 or 2 things each game would go differently. Just goes to show you that, like, whenever it's a really high competitive level like that, man, like, it does go truly down to the wire. But yeah, I mean, who knows what they're going to do against the Cowboys? I hope that they absolutely get stomped.
Oh, our defense, Micah Parsons is going to have a field day against David Bakhtiari.
Hey, man. Whenever Dak and them played, who was it they played before the bye week?
The Lions?
Not the Lions.
No, the Bears.
They look like the Bills offensively against the Bears. I was just like, damn, Dak, like he was slinging it all over the place. It was wonderful.
My dogs are barking.
Running game looked good.
Someone's at the door.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tony Pollard's a beast.
Mm-hmm.
What was I about to say? I was going to say something else, football related. This is gonna sound really biased coming from me if you know anything about me. The Eagles being 8-0 is the equivalent of the Steelers being 11-0 in 2020. It's the most fraudulent 8-0 I've seen. Also,
Yeah,
Daryl, I don't know if I told you this, but at work, my new district manager and one of our sales rep guys are Eagles fans.
Yeah, that must hurt.
They both came in Eagles down after the Eagles beat the Cowboys.
I think you're right though. I think if the Eagles played the Chiefs right now, the Chiefs would win handedly.
And if we would have had Dak when we played him, we'd have beat him.
I think if they played the Jets right now, they'd struggle.
Yeah, I agree. All you gotta do is shut down Jalen Hurts. Anybody could run a read option, bro.
Well,
although I'm not gonna lie, that RPO that they were running against the Cowboys was eating Micah Parsons' lunch, bro.
I didn't even watch that game.
But he's seen it now. He knows what's coming.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, there's tape, and that does help, of course. And they didn't have Dak in that game, so things will be different next time. Well, hey, man, you want to call it a show?
Yeah, I'm gonna go figure out what dinner is.
You go shake hands. No, I can't see you. Scoot your hand over. There you go. A little bit to the left. There you go. Yeah.
I look like the Eminem cover.
That's true.
He's like this. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna go figure out what dinner is.
This motherfucker. All right, man. Enjoyed it. Brian.
I'm gonna figure out dinner and shower, and then
fuck yeah, dude.
If I do, I'm gonna get up at about 4:30.
Well, good luck with that, man. Brian, Brandy, anyone else who was in the chat, appreciate y'all being here. Enjoy your weekends. We'll see you next time. 3 weeks left of the regular season, then we get into the real meat and potatoes.
The bowl season.
So you know how
it
goes.
We get to talk about the famous Idaho Potato Bowl.
Ooh.
And the Bad Boy Mowers Gasparilla Bowl.
I don't know why I reacted that way to the Potato Bowl, but all right, guys. Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. That I forgot.
Gasparilla Bowl is not sponsored by Bad Boy Mowers anymore.
Damn it. Well,
it's still the Gasparilla Bowl, but it's not sponsored by Bad Boy Mowers.
Well, that's encouraging at least. Guys, take care. We'll see you next week. Like the video, share the video, subscribe, all that good stuff, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.
Hell
to the